Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn prepositions of agents and instruments. These prepositions help us answer two important questions in a sentence. Who performed the action? How was the action performed? In simple words, agent means who or what did the action. Instrument means what tool or method was used. These are very important in engineering communication, lab reports, project documentation, and technical manuals. For example, the bridge was designed by the engineer. Metal was cut with a laser machine. In the first sentence, we know who did the work. In the second sentence, we know which tool was used. Let us understand these in detail. First, we must understand the difference. Preposition of agent. Preposition of agent tells us who or what performs the action. The most common used is by. Example, the machine was repaired by the technician. Here, the technician is the person who performed the action. Now let us understand preposition of instrument. A preposition of instrument tells us what tool or object is used to perform the action. Common words include with, using, by means of. Example, the bolt was tightened with the wrench. Here, the wrench is the tool used to do the work. So remember, agent means performer of action. Instrument means tool used to perform action. Let us first understand the preposition by. The preposition by is used to show the person, system, or force that performs the action. It is commonly used in passive voice sentences. Example, the code was debugged by the software team. The bridge was designed by a structural engineer. The machine was repaired by the technician. The chemical reaction was catalyzed by the heat. In these sentences, by tells us who or what performed the action. Simple tip to understand is whenever you see passive voice, the word by often comes after it. Example, the experiment was conducted by the students. System was tested by the quality control team. So remember, by identifies the performer of the action. Now let us understand the preposition with. The preposition with is used to describe the tool or device used to perform a task. Example, measure the diameter with a digital vernier caliper. The circuit was soldered with a 25-watt iron. The metal plate was cut with a laser machine. In day to day life, we see examples like she wrote the note with a pen, he cut the paper with scissors. Important idea to remember is with connects the user to the tool used in the action. Students usually confuse prepositions by and with. So let us compare them. Example, the calculation was done by the computer. Here, the computer is performing the action, so we use by. Another sentence, the calculation was done with the specialized algorithm. Here, the algorithm is the tool used, so we use with. So remember the key difference. By, performer of the action, with, tool used for the action. Some more examples are the experiment was performed by the researcher. The experiment was conducted with advanced equipment. Now, let us learn a slightly more formal expression by means of. This phrase is commonly used in technical reports and research papers. It describes the method or technical process used to perform an action. Example, the data was transmitted by means of Fiber optics. The heavy load was lifted by means of a hydraulic jack. Oxygen is supplied to the tank by means of a valve. In simple words, preposition by means of referred while using a method or system. In engineering, sometimes the agent is not a person. Sometimes machines, systems, or neutral forces perform the action. Example, the turbine is driven by high pressure steam. The building's stability is affected by seismic waves. The files were encrypted by a security protocol. In these cases, the agent is a machine, system, or natural force. So remember, agents are not always people in engineering. It can be machines, software, natural forces, or automated systems. Now, let us see practical usage of prepositions in lab reports. Example, the sample was viewed with a microscope. The mixture was stirred with a glass rod. The graph was generated by the software. The report was prepared by the research team. These sentences clearly describe who performed the action, what tool was used. This makes technical writing clear and professional. Let us look at a common mistake. The hole was drilled by a drill bit. This is a wrong sentence. Because a drill bit is a tool, not the agent. Correct sentence is the hole was drilled with a drill bit. Another example, open the casing by a screwdriver. This is a wrong sentence. Correct sentence is open the casing with a screwdriver. So always remember tools use with, not by. Now let us try a short exercise. Fill in the blanks with by or with preposition. The survey was conducted dash the civil engineering department. Tighten the bolts dash a torque wrench. Electricity is generated dash solar panels. We can observe the cells dash using an electron microscope. The malware was detected dash the firewall. Now let's check the answers. The survey was conducted by the civil engineering department. Tighten the bolts with a torque wrench. Electricity is generated by solar panels. We can observe the cells with an electron microscope. The malware was detected by the firewall. Let us quickly revise. Preposition by shows the person, system, or force performing the action. Example, designed by the engineer, generated by the software. Position with shows the tool used to perform the action. Examples, cut with a laser, measured with a caliper. Preposition by means of shows the method or technical process. Example, data transmitted by means of fiber optics. Using correct prepositions is very important in engineering reports, technical document, safety manuals, and day-to-day life because they make instructions clear and precise. Thank you.